online. Welcome to another episode of the Big Blue Tent podcast. Come in, get comfortable. All are welcome here. The views from Gups and Aiden are strictly for entertainment purposes and should not be mistaken for facts. 30 seconds until round 1.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Tent podcast, episode 12. I believe it's Wednesday, the 19th of July, 2017, and you are listening to Matt Guppy and Aidan Burke of the Big Blue Tent. Hi, Aidan.
Hi, Matt. How you doing?
I am very, very good, mate. How are you?
Excellent.
Good
day.
Good news. Good news. Weather's been a bit up and down today, but no real complaints from me. I didn't get woken up by the storms last night or anything crazy like that, so it's all good. But before we get into what me and you have been up to, I think we need to say a quick thanks to the Big Blue Tent sponsors. Number 5 RC, Mike Parker, up in the north. We've got Paul Seddon. Thank you, Paul, for all the wonderful bits and bobs you've done for us with our technical stuff here. It's been a massive help. We've got CML Distribution. Russ Lee has been sending me pictures of his engineering feats, we'll say, for the time being, in the CML workshop or at home, wherever he's been doing it. So that's been great. I'm sure we'll hear lots more about those as the season goes on. But RC Octane, you've got John Finch down in the southwest. And of course DCS Apparel, which is Chris Streams with his designs that stick. You can find all of those on Facebook in their respective groups or in the Big Blue Tent group or pages. And don't forget to like and share the posts and the podcast itself. It helps us massively. As always, huge thank you to everybody out there that's been listening in and commenting and chatting to us and asking us questions and giving us lots and lots of feedback. It's been overwhelming. Every week I am completely overwhelmed by the amount of people that get in touch and that download the show. It's been great. So if you guys can keep sharing and keep liking it, it just helps us keep doing what we're doing. And obviously, leave us 5-star reviews and glowing reports and stuff like that.
Always. Only glowing reports.
Yeah, and of course, like we said last time, thanks again to Live RC for sharing the posts.
Yeah, they've been really good to us. I think they do share a lot of information. A lot of it is US based. I've noticed they've just put the results up from the Euros, which we've just happened. So they're doing really well, and they've been great to us. So when we see something on Live RC, it'll be also very helpful if you give it a like and a share.
Yeah, that would be super duper. So, what's been happening there, mate? Euros. Well, the two-wheel drive Euros, anyway.
Yeah, two-wheel drive Euros. We've had 3 days of two-wheel drive Euro coverage. The Seagulls are very excited.
They are. They must be over the moon that a Yokomo has won on a clay track.
Yeah, we are. Lee's won. He did seem to be doing well from the very beginning.
He was head and shoulders, mate. I think from pretty early doors, head and shoulders, he got to grip of that track, and he was there by quite a way, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there was really any question other than Orlowski at the end of the final, the second one. I don't think there was really any question about it. I think either Orlowski had found a bit of pace and just managed to catch up a little bit in those last few laps of the second leg, but to be honest, I think Lee was far enough ahead to go, I got this, and as any sensible driver would when they're way out in front, they would make sure they finish the race on the wheels.
Yeah, I think he said when he was speaking to DC after the race, he couldn't hear or he couldn't understand the timing.
Right.
So he actually thought he'd finished the lap before.
Right.
And didn't realise straight away, so he wasn't certain, so he just carried on going. But yeah, congratulations, Lee. Brilliant. Well done for winning your 6th European title.
Six European titles. Is that 6 in 2-wheel drive, or is it 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive?
I'm going to have to say it's probably going to race 6 European titles. I'm thinking that's in both.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure other guys will know, but I'm sure Lee will know. I don't.
Yeah.
So really good. Loved the coverage.
Oh my god, the coverage has been fantastic. And I mean, for me, I've been at work. Luckily, in the position that I'm in, my boss is a racer. So, in the corner of my computer in work, in the corner of the screen has been the Euros for the last few days, which has been great. So I've been kind of flitting in and out of that as the days have gone through, but I've managed to keep an eye on things pretty well, and it's been really, really good. I've thoroughly enjoyed every single bit of the coverage that I've managed to keep up on. And DC, because I've had the speaker on in the corner as well.
Oh, perfect.
I've just had it loud enough to be able to hear him. I did actually give him a bit of abuse the other night for ignoring my messages on the live feed on YouTube. I think it was that was yesterday during the qualifying.
Right, he was really good for me because I was actually trying to watch Lee's last qualifying round.
Yeah.
And I was in a client meeting. But I'd actually, they'd asked me what I was doing. I'd been doing. I said, I've been watching me toy car racing from Europe. It's in Europe. You can watch it. And I go, yeah, just watch the phone.
Yeah.
So I got up, and it was Lee's. And I thought, oh, this is excellent. And I went, oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, I know the guy who's doing the commentating. Hi, DC. I'm doing this in work. Boom. And he's like, oh, and Aidan's doing it in work. That's really good. And these people are sitting there going, did he just answer you? I go, yeah. And that's in Italy now. Yeah, and you can watch it on your phone. Yeah. They're like, wow, that's amazing.
Wow, welcome to the 21st century.
TV always seem to do a good job.
They do.
Do
you know what? Every time they've covered an event, I've really, really enjoyed the coverage because it's. I don't know what it is. RC Racing TV, I really enjoy their coverage. The live RC stuff is great. But a lot of it is over in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I think didn't RC Racing TV do one up at the Southport National a few years ago?
Yeah, they did. They did 2 days at Southport National. Yeah.
For someone in that's not that far. Well, it seems like the other end of the earth to me, but it's not really that far away from Southport. It's a track I've raced at. To see the coverage on that track, it's awesome.
Yeah. You can see me wandering about, slightly inebriated. At the far end of the straight.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, it was good. So RC Racing TV's always been great.
Didn't they name the roundabout after? They called it Guppy's Cobbles, didn't they? But I think everybody started calling it Guppy's Nipple.
Guppy. Yeah, well, we'll bring that back. We'll bring it back for this national. So I think, but with having DC and his knowledge of, that's David Church, if you didn't know. But having DC and his knowledge of 1/10, and his knowledge of 90% of the UK team and 50% of everybody else's team, just really helped.
Yeah.
And it was quite strange because obviously you'd be listening to him, and then they'd video the pit straight, and you'd see him stick his head out of the window and wave. So we really, and he wasn't well on Monday, Tuesday. So he soldiered on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So great. I thought the track looked great.
Yeah, it did. It did. I mean, it was clearly it was clearly a very big track for 10th cars to be going round, and not in so much, I think, the length of it. I think we spoke about this the other day. It's not so much. I don't think it was the length of the straight or anything like that was the problem. It just seemed like the cars, wherever they were on the track, looked tiny.
Yeah, it did.
And it just seemed a bit odd compared to what I'm used to watching with them. I don't expect there was anything wrong with racing on it. The lines are still the lines. The corners are still going to be the corners, however wide the track is. But it did seem like a very big track and very, very slippery for two-wheel drives.
Yeah, all the problem seems to be caused by just trying to get it right to go over the jumps. Just to try and get enough power onto your wheels to clear it.
Yeah, because for us, over in the UK, and I know we've got people from all over the world listening, so they're gonna be going, oh my god, those jumps were really small, you know. Sorry for my piss poor American accent then.
Yeah, that's the worst Joey Fisher impression I've ever heard.
It was. I think isn't he from the UK originally? Or is he based over here or something, I think?
No, we're getting our septics mixed up.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Okay.
Go on, you talk about something.
No, again, I think what you were saying was that other people might have looked and said, well, those jumps aren't too big.
That's it, yeah. And then I started taking the piss out of people who were listening, and I'm sorry. But yes, for us, they were big jumps, and I'm sure for a lot of the guys that don't travel out to tracks like that, that they were quite a challenge, especially with a slippery surface like that, because you would find when we go to tracks that have decent or half decent sized jumps, you look at the clay track at Robin Hood, that had some pretty big jumps on it when they did the Euros there. But the run-ups, or at least the landings, or certain bits that had Astro or carpet laid on it, so that you weren't fighting the run-up to the jumps constantly. Now, that's not taking anything away from the track, because as I said to you earlier this week, I'd love a go on that track if it was covered in Astro.
It was covered in Astro.
It looked like a great layout. It looked awesome. I love the jumps. I want to go on them. I know you don't. Clearly, that was like cliff faces to you guys up north, and well, maybe not everybody up north, but certainly in the northwest. Yeah,
and certainly specifically home of the British Open, Southport.
Yes.
Which is that's what caused me the most trouble this week. Just trying to drive around Southport this week with all the spectators and police and things turning up. But great Euros. I keep saying, and I keep talking to people as if it's over. That's how much I care about four-wheel drive.
No, I think this will change your view on four-wheel drive, this one, man. I really, really do. I think the difference between it is going to be you are going to see some amazingly quick racing with the four-wheel drives on that track. If they don't change the layout...
No, they won't.
Those four-wheel drives are going to be insane going around that track. That is going to be fast. I reckon... This is my prediction. I reckon at a minimum of 3 seconds off what they were doing. I reckon they will... The top guys, I reckon, will hit into 29s.
Do you think? That's a good prediction.
I think so.
If I was good, I've got
nothing to base that on.
No, that's fine.
Other than guessing, but
that's it. I'm sure someone can listen to the podcast. You know, the one person that does.
Yeah,
and then when they see the first qualifying times come in at the 42s. They'll remember that, and if you come in as 29s, you'll be a hero.
I know.
We'll never hear about it again. So let's go through it. The track was great. The coverage was great. You know, maybe to some of the other Europeans, it might look a bit of or anyone else might look a bit UK centric, but I think we are the biggest team that's out there. DC knows the UK guys a lot better. You know, heroes of Pete Lyons was there battling away. Joel Mayer was there. Martin Ohm was there. He took an awful lot of stick.
Oh man, yeah,
not like him flying.
You know, there's Martin takes a lot of stick, I think.
Oh, he deserves it. He deserves it without a shadow of a doubt. but you know, he was great. Lee and Neil driving really well at the top. I'm just going to go through. You know, I know that a lot of the PR boys were there. Kev Lee, Alex Springer. I'm struggling now. Joey Seacup was there. Paul Crompton, the Holdsworth boys.
Yeah.
They did really well today. Probably expecting a few bit more off the other one on 4-wheel drive. It did seem like the surface really, like our guys struggled with the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the smiles on the faces.
No, it looked like everybody had a wicked time. Yeah.
I've just replied to one of Martin's posts. I've said, look, mate, you've done. I think he's the UK team manager. He's done well, and it looked fun. I don't know whether Efra wanted to be a fun meeting. No. I think but you know, there was only 100 people there. There was 100 spaces for 150.
Yeah, I'm sure that made it a closer, more fun meeting to be at. I think, you know, it's. I don't think you can put that many British racers in a meeting of 100 people and not expect there to be.
Just hold on 1 second.
Oh,
hang on. Might be. I think we just got a bit glitchy. Then are we okay now?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
That's fine. You're fine. I think someone was just giving me a phone. Give me a call.
Okay.
So I thought it was great. Yeah, the UK team's done well. Brilliant. Looks great fun. There's a lot of discussion. There's a good conversation with Paul Worsley was on.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. And obviously, in relation to that, we have got a guest coming on this evening.
Brilliant.
Now, I'm not going to say too much. What I will say is, if you're listening to this show with your children, this
or
might
not
be
on headphones.
Or not on headphones. If you're listening to it in your car over a loudspeaker, just remember that when you get to a town, after you get off the motorway, just turn the radio down a bit. Or remove children from the room. Or just put some headphones on, and then everything will be groovy.
Ace, that's what we're looking forward to.
Don't say you haven't been once. But okay, I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can push some buttons this week.
Right, okay.
And get our man on the show. How's that?
Sounds perfect.
All right, so I am going to see if I can push some buttons then, and we'll try and get this fella on. I think most people are. Certainly most of the UK guys out there are going to know who this is. He's certainly been mentioned on the Euros, like we said. Let's get him on.
Hello.
Well, I've pushed the button. We'll just see if he's... Oh, are you there?
I am here.
Hey.
Welcome to Big Blue Tent, Dave Belsten.
You're really quiet though.
Oh, am I? You want to turn your speakers up, buddy?
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
Have you got me on loudspeaker?
No.
Okay. More importantly, can you hear me any better?
It's saying earpiece on.
Oh. So what have you got on the screen? Oh, that's better, is it? Nice. How are you, buddy? How are things going?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Have you met Aidan before?
I don't think so. We've probably raced at some point.
Dave.
Hi, Aidan, all right?
I'm very well, Dave. I think we have met at one of the Southport Nationals a few years ago.
Yeah, I would have been there. Yeah, definitely. I used to love racing at Southport.
Yeah, well, we all do. Greatest track in the world.
Well, that was before they reworked it a few years ago, and then it's dog shit. But
Well,
it's a lot better. It looks a
well,
lot better now.
it looks exactly the same, Dave. It's just covered in much nicer Astro.
Have they got rid of the landmines under it?
Yeah. That would be the year. The year that you came is where we done a bit of work in the middle because it was too flat and we just hadn't done it right.
It just didn't work, did it?
No, it was, the entire thing was off camber. You just couldn't pass anywhere. So literally,
You drive over the track and it would just go, fuck off. You're not coming over this way.
yeah, I think that was the issue. We call those Evo's holes because only Evo can really see them or feel them. And once Evo points them out to you,
Yeah.
you can see where there's like a little tyre mark where the car's skipped.
Yeah.
But because they've all gone.
That'll be the last time I went there, and that was always one of my favourite tracks in the UK to race in until that point.
Yeah, it was awful. We
That's what I'm looking at.
It has been completely, and I've honestly, Dave, me and Aidan speak a lot on the phone, so I keep pretty up to date with all the work and all the bits and bobs that are going on up at the track up there. And the work that's gone into that place over the last 2.5 years has just been phenomenal, man. You wouldn't recognise it if you recognise it, you'd know the layout, but I think you'd look at that and you'd just go, wow, that's awesome now. All the concrete's gone, the weird cobbly corner has gone, that's all Astro, and it's all...
That's a shame, because I used to love the fingers, and I used to love that cobbly stuff, and I used to love watching like Craggy and stuff go through there, because that was something else.
Yeah, Craggy on the back section was certainly something to behold.
Oh, 100%, yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was generally our only defence against home track advantage.
Craggy.
We just go Craggy. And then someone says, actually, Craggy only lives 35 miles away from Southport.
That makes no difference at all, because you just walk up to any track and like just look amazing.
Yeah. So we're here. You're making a bit of a comeback.
Yep. Hoping to start my comeback this Friday at Caldecott.
Right.
Do a little bit of indoor racing.
That's the big leagues up at Caldy, Dave.
It is, mate. I've got a little bit of history there.
Yeah.
A little bit of history.
There's some quick. I don't say that in a jokey way. I mean that. There's some quick drivers at Caldecott at the moment. Not many two-wheel drive though.
Sorry, yeah. There are a couple of quick guys there, you know. Craig Harris is probably the fittest guy that goes down on the race.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Aidan, you need to shut that bird up. That's throw a stone at it or something, man.
I've sorted him.
Okay.
I've had a word.
Is that your dinner?
It may be, mate. It's one of our more local black-headed gulls.
Nice.
Just having a little bit of a summer vacation in Merseyside. Probably here for the golf.
More than likely, yeah. That's the open.
Yeah, that's certainly what I'm doing tomorrow.
You're gonna watch the golf?
Yeah, I'm at the golf all day tomorrow. I'll be on the course about 6:30 in the morning.
No, fair play, mate. That's dedication.
To be honest, it's not my dedication. Taking my brother. He's a massive golf fan. He is like a boy at Christmas.
Well, we're not in a position to comment really because we play with toy cars. So.
Oh, exactly. He is so excited to go tomorrow. But so you're making a bit. You're racing at Caldecott this Friday. What car did you run?
I've got a loaner. I've actually borrowed a car off Chris Mills, a B6.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So yeah, I got that. I think it was about Tuesday night. I think last week.
Yeah.
Stuffed all my electrics in it. I've not set the electrics up or anything yet.
Yeah.
I might do that on my night, or I might do it tomorrow if I can be asked.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done much to the car? Have you sort of stripped it out and had a look at it, or are you pretty comfortable with it anyway?
No, I rebuilt the shots, so no, Chris can't build shots for shit. So I rebuilt them straight away, and he told me after I said I got my part, he said, "Well, I didn't even bother like rebuilding those because I knew you'd just do that straight away."
Yeah, I bet he rebuilt them 4 times before he gave that to you.
I would imagine. So. I think, be fair to the guy, the car's mint. It looks new.
Yeah, it would do. It would do.
And I think he did rebuild it before he gave it to me. It's his spare car.
Yeah.
But yeah, just redid the shocks, stuffed the electrics in there, and glued some tyres up.
Yeah.
We'll give it a bash. I probably should charge my transmitter because I think I only used it twice in the last year.
Yeah, that's a good plan. That is a good plan.
Yeah.
I might do, but I'm that good. I probably don't need to be fair.
When was the last time you sort of properly raced?
Well, I don't know if you can call it properly, but it is sort of like a club meeting on a Sunday at Caldigott, and I think that was January.
Okay, no, but then if we go use proper racing, when was the last time you did the Nationals?
Nationals would have been 3 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I had some time off because I had a daughter, and she is 2 years and 3 months now.
Oh, brilliant age.
Yes, yeah. It's fantastic, and I've absolutely loved time. I'm glad that I pretty much stopped racing for it because that's the most important thing in the world,
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's that's just the way it goes, isn't it? I mean, are you finding now she's getting a little bit older then that you're getting a bit more time to look back at coming back in? Is that why you're doing it, or is it just literally you can't bear being away from me anymore?
Obviously the latter plays a huge factor in things. I've been pining for you. Pining for you.
I know, mate.
Yes, as she's starting to get a bit older now, she's definitely a little less high maintenance for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the old itchy thumbs thing. I used to race a lot. I gave up for 10 years when I discovered drinking women.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us older racers do. And then you come back to it because you miss the banter, you miss the people more than anything. It's a so huge social side to it, isn't it? Of course, everyone wants to do really, really well. Yeah. But yeah, it's a social element to it.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, it would just be a pretty flat competition, wouldn't it? But the fact that you can stand up there, and I think this is what separates it from actual motorsport, is that you can stand next to the guy on the rostrum that you're racing and have a laugh with him, rather than being in a separate car and being sat in that thing that has just bounced you off of a corner, and onto your roof kind of thing. You can stand up there and have a bit of a chat and a giggle and a laugh with everybody, but
it's all about the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, and I think that's a reason why the Uval meetings are as popular as they are. It's just a fun week. It's hard on the track. There's some quick guys up there, and wherever you go with the Uval lot, you get the likes of Ben Jameson turn up, and the competition's there, but everybody's just in a really good mood, and everybody just has a really good laugh and a good weekend of getting some racing done.
Yeah. I've only ever done the one Uval meeting. That was the first one at Mandip.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was really good fun.
Yeah. That was Stu Wood was at that one as well, wasn't
he? He was, yeah. He just managed to beat me, I think, in 2 wheel. Just.
And he was driving an X-Ray, so he's probably cheated anyway.
Yeah, I think he probably did. I think he had the 4S Lipo in there or something.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been a good result because he drove the same rubbishy X-Ray 2-wheel drive that I did then.
Oh, I can't remember if it was X-Ray then or whether it was TLR.
No,
it was
it?
Yeah.
It was X-Ray. You had the old X-Ray XB4 2-wheel drive thing.
With the front diff taken out.
Yeah, I had one at the same time. It was awful.
Well, what are you running now then, Aidan?
Oh, I've got a yoke. I'm the happiest boy alive today.
Oh yeah, that's what I've ran for about the last 3 years.
Right, okay. And so you've moved to a B6 now?
Yeah. Well, I thought it's time for change. The car's pretty worn.
I think that's one of the things that people say. We've talked about teams and things along lines, but there's no real barrier to move team. Do you know what I mean? It's just get a car. If your electrics fit in, it's 300 quid if you want to buy a brand new one. You could pick a half decent car up for £200. That's not a real massive barrier if you fancy changing from a TLR to a Schumacher, from a Schumacher to something else.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people it's quite fluid. You don't see a lot of people. You don't see a lot of people like Matt who have had the same make of car since day one.
Yeah, you do, and you look at people like Neil Cragg and you realise why they keep the same car from day one. I'll be up there with him, don't you worry. Give me a couple of years, I'll be up there in the A's at the Nationals with Neil. We'll be like best buds. It'll be great. Everyone will be happy, and it'll be a good time. I think it's going to happen.
Maybe if Dave drives your car for you.
Well, this is the plan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm my control will be connected to nothing. I'll just have Dave sat under the rostrum for me.
Are you okay with that plan, Dave?
Oh, I'm always up for being underneath Matt.
Yeah. It's a lovely place. Everyone feels safe and warm.
Oh, you still there?
I'm still there. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd lost you for a minute then. Yeah, a lot of people have said the same thing. It is a happy, warm place to be. And unfortunately, at the moment, with the pace that I've got, that's where everybody ends up.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, I've laid it down for Damo at Bury this weekend. Damien Whittle.
Bury's a bit far.
Bury's what?
Bury's a bit far for me, man.
Bury is a bit far for you guys.
It is. It's the last round of it's round 5, is it, of Oopal?
Yes, 5.
Yeah, it's last one of the series, so all of the Big Blue Tent guys are going to be up there, and it'll be a good laugh. So even though it is Manchester or basically Manchester, and it's going to be pouring with rain on the Friday when we turn up, I'm going to drive from here and just drive straight into the rain, and that's pretty much going to be it. Dave, Friday and Saturday.
Are there any bits of tips you can give Gups for driving his B6 in the wet?
There's plenty of tips I can give Gups. But yeah, you just need to moderate that left thumb really in the wet.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've not actually driven a B6 yet. So Friday will be the first time.
Oh, right, okay. So, you might be a short term. You might go straight back to the yoke.
Well, I sold the yoke, so yeah, I might do. I have no idea.
That is how convincing I am to people to go and get a B6. Dave hasn't even driven it, and he sold his yoke and got one.
I'm just going to rock up Friday night and just dominate and then go home. That's pretty much our role.
Yeah. I've seen that many times anyway.
And I'll probably won't turn up again for another 6 months.
Yeah.
That'll be 8. So I want to make sure that we get a picture of the final result on Friday.
Yeah, that's not a problem, mate. I can do that.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get that posted up on the page.
Aiden's laying it down now.
I'll type out now, Dave Belsten dominates, and then wait for you to send you the picture through. Because well, we want as many good people.
Dave, I think I don't know if can you hear Dave clearly, or is he breaking up for you as well?
No, he is pretty breaky up for me as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you did a bit then. You've gone clear again now.
Oh, okay.
No, obviously, I'm trying to encourage as many drivers in the Southwest, good ones, to come out of retirement. That's why I wanted you on the podcast, Dave. So I can ask you to sort of tag all your old mates who don't race anymore in the podcast to say we really need to get the Southwest booming again at the top end, because we can't have Guppy, TQ and a meeting at Mendip.
No, it's just unacceptable behaviour, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I blame, as much as I've congratulated Guppy to his face over the phone in a recorded conversation, we just know that because nobody else turned up.
Yeah, pretty much, and there's some hand gestures going on, which obviously weren't broadcastable.
Yeah, he's I looked at the results from Guppy's weekend.
Yeah.
And looked at the only person who out-qualified me in that entire league when I was at Mendip was you and Gav Knight. So I would have been third.
Awesome.
Awesome result in itself.
But where were you?
I fluffed the C final, mate. That's what I did at Mendip.
No. Where were you at Mendip last weekend when I TQ'd?
I was at Southport Paisley Track.
Oh, you weren't even racing. Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't.
Right,
I was doing the good job. I'm sure Dave is someone who helps out of his track an awful lot. I'm sure he'll go to Caldicott extra early to help set up.
Thing is, mate,
I'll be there.
Regardless of who's at a meeting, you got to be there to win it.
Yeah, which is what we're getting on a T-shirt for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only go to clubs with 7 or less members.
Yeah. He wants to see everyone's F rating before he turns up.
But you only go to clubs where there's 7 members and six of those are running different classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder he pushed the rallycross at Mendip really hard. No wonder he was putting Astro all over the on-road track and cutting the grass so they could, flick stones for the on-road boys to cry about.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, all the spare gravel we had from filling the track markers, I just used to feed onto the grass onto the on-road track.
Yeah. And
then went, hey, what would be a really good idea would be getting some rallycross cars to go across this grass right now.
Yeah. That's probably, I look at the rallycross group at Mendip and think, they'd all beat him.
It's pretty much why I stopped racing, I don't.
Because?
Because of Matt's cheating.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say cheating. I really wouldn't say he cheats. What I would say is he just prepares fully.
He's just creative.
Yeah, he's creative. He doesn't track cut, he waits for people, he does all those things. He's not Mark Christopher. He's not one of those.
He's not prizes his opportunities.
Yeah, so there's no need to track cut or do anything along those lines if you figured out that you're turning up to a meeting when everyone else is under 13.
Exactly.
And all the good under 13s are in Italy at that week. That's... That's it.
Who wouldn't want to be at that meeting?
Yeah, exactly.
You're guaranteed a win right there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm taking that to the team. I'm putting results up on the CML page with that.
Yeah. I'm surprised I've not had a message off Live RC to say, Aidan, can you stop Guppy from emailing his Mendip results to us? The Petite RC boys, I think, have blocked him twice for putting setups on the sheets.
And those were setups that I hadn't even raced with. I was just filling the sheet out with stuff.
Yeah. In fact, I'm sure if we look at the TLR of the Schumacher pages, there's probably a load of jarg setup sheets in there.
Yeah, from me. Yeah.
Like that episode of The Simpsons where he just mashed the keypad.
Yeah. That's what he's done. So, but obviously, Dave, you wouldn't do that.
Oh, 100% not.
No.
Primarily because I don't really care.
Yeah, and I think that was the bit that when you've come up with conversation and listening to DC talking about you coming back as well on the Euros coverage. That's what people have said. Just always got a smile on your face. Always just enjoy it. Just there for the crack. It's I'm sure you think it's a shame you're just probably a bit better than everyone else.
Well, it's a cross that's got a bear mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, it's been tough at times. It has been really, really tough. But no, do you know what? Life's too short, though, isn't it? You've got to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you've got to. You've got to. Have you seen any of the Euros?
No, and I've not heard of any of the stuff. Well, I've heard the DC's been like saying stuff, but I've not heard what he said. Or I saw that Lee's won today.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It was a great win for Lee and all us Team Yokomo fanboys.
Yeah.
You know, me, Joey Fisher. That's about it, really.
And
Joey Fisher.
All the other guys that race on dirt as well.
Yeah. It was a great win for dirt.
I did notice that there wasn't a lot of entries this year. Because I've done a couple of Euros in the past and always been full with 150 entries. There's less than 100 entries, wasn't there?
Right, yeah. There was only 19 two-wheel drive. So what was the last Euros you did?
It's in Austria. With Andy Griffith. I went on a road trip with Andy Griffith. There's sort of my buddies I've always gone with Andy Griffith, Gareth Stanton, and Fat Jesus, David Gibson.
Yeah.
So it's Austria. I don't know. Well, it's probably 2011, 2012.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to remember. Austria. What was the other one you did?
It was Spain.
Oh, you did Vallecano or Valladolid or whatever it was.
Something beginning with a V. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a two-wheel, I think, with the X Factory, if I remember right.
Okay.
Right. I had one of them. They race.
Yeah, I never had one of those. But, you know, they were the first cars that were mid-motor, weren't they? So.
Those X Factory X6 squared or whatever it was were just immense at Southport.
Mm. Yeah, they were really good at Southport.
I regret that.
Yeah. But so, well, the Euros have been good. It's been a great track to watch the racing on. DC has been great. I think, you know, it's easier for him to name people that he knows.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, just absolutely is literally. I will mention this now. Dave Church is currently, I think he's drunk and in tears.
That's a normal day for DC.
Yeah, tears and booze, because we were going to get DC on tonight, but the internet in the middle of the Italian castle, he described it as, that he was staying in, isn't great.
No, it's probably a lie. It's probably because he's balls deep in 4 bottles of vodka.
Yeah, that's more than likely. I mean, he was sending me messages going, "I can't get Skype to download." Yeah. And I'm like, well, you know, that's well, what can I do about that?
Sounds like guys, you know, good mate of mine. He's been very good to me in the past.
No, he's been great. He's been lovely to us, to be honest with you, mate. I don't know what I haven't been over there. I can't say what the reception's like, but I can imagine if there's quite a lot of people there, all chewing the internet at the moment, posting results and pictures to people and making, you know, doing the thing which most people are now. I'd imagine it is pretty crappy.
Yeah, there's a load of Italian teenagers who can't play Call of Duty at the moment.
Well, it is this. Someone's probably nicked the internet, haven't they?
Yeah, I think, you know,
or something. You know,
I've never seen so many pictures of Johnny Cockhill.
Yeah,
those guys have really put a smile on my face for the 3 days that I've been watching it. They've been brilliant. So, is the plans for you to just try a bit, or you think you might do nationals again?
I'd like to do nationals again. It's you know, now I've had a child, it turns your world upside down, really. The nationals are a really, really big commitment. Mainly in terms of time. Obviously, there's a financial commitment there as well, but
yeah,
it's, you know, you're looking at, realistically, it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So the question for me is do I want to be away for that period of time from my daughter? Right now, I'd say probably not. What I love, and I love the Nationals, and I love seeing all my good mates that I've made over the years doing them. I don't know, it's a bit of a trade-off, isn't it? So
yeah,
it is. At the moment, I'd say no.
Yeah,
but
one of those things maybe you think more of, if you had 3 days spare, that would be 3 Sundays at Mendip or 3 Fridays at Caldecott or something like that.
Well, I'm going to dip my toe back in.
Yeah.
And take it from there, really. I get an itchy thumb, so I want to give it a bit of a go again. I probably need that bit of sanity out the house.
It's an escape, isn't it? I think it is for a lot of people.
It's 100% escapism, and you can just chat shit. So we'll see. I'll dip my toe in and go from there. Really, I'd like to, but
yeah. You gotta work your way back into it as you see you're comfortable, man. And like I've said to you many times now, I constantly ask you when you're coming back, but it's it'll be good to see you at the track again when you do turn up and feel like you're ready to give me a challenge at Mendip. I'll be more than happy to see you there, and if you do need any setup tips or anything like that for the track, I know it's changed a bit since you last raced there, but if you need any help with the car, that's what I'm here for, bud.
Yeah, get your wallet out, mate. Get your wallet out.
Okay, that's ace. Are you actually, Dave? Obviously, I've never raced with you, really, but are you a tinkerer? Are you a setup guy, or are you just, it'll be fine, I'll just get it round?
Historically, yeah, I've been a tinkerer whilst I've been at the track.
Right.
Yeah, but as Matt will probably testify, you know what? The car comes off the track, it goes on the shelf, then it comes back off the shelf, and whenever the next Sunday is.
Well, okay.
Is pretty much how it is. That's how it's been, but I haven't been racing a lot, so
yeah.
That's kind of destroyed my next question of do you tend to do a lot of prep between races?
Well, I think the question is when Dave was racing, how much prep was he doing, and when what sort. I think that's Aidan trying to lead into our classic line of let's get some techie tips out of Dave for the people that are listening.
It's two-sided, because I think I've had probably 2 different racing careers. I had about 10 years off. So during my first racing career until I was sort of early 20s, I was racing every single weekend and throughout the week, every week, be stripping and rebuilding. Second racing career, as you get a bit older, you realise, do you know what, there's more to life than toy cars. It was less. But yeah, so definitely there's a certain amount of prep time. It depends what it's for, of course. If you want to go to a national and you want to do well, if you're investing that time and spending that money, then you need to be doing that prep, otherwise you're doing yourself an injustice,
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it'd certainly be full rebuild on the cars before a national weekend, replacing parts, bedding in the cars before the national weekend, 100%.
What do you mean by bedding them in?
You probably go to a club night like a Caldy on a Friday, and just run a couple of packs through the car, make sure diffs are okay, belts or whatever are tight, nothing's loose, but only putting a couple of packs through the car,
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So not turning up with the car brand new, prepped, and then turn up to your national. Actually give it half a day of racing just to check it's running okay.
Yeah, probably not even half a day, to be honest, Aidan. You're probably talking about 5-10 minutes on the field.
Oh, okay.
In terms of track time, make sure nothing's loose, diff, slipper and everything else is set and hot to trot, really. Because you don't want to be turning up for a national weekend and then having to dick about going, well, my diffs are loose, the slipper's loose. You want to be hitting that first practice and sort of maximising that time.
Well, that's a good... I'd never thought of it like that. Because half the time when I do a load of prep, I then do get to the first practice, put my car on the line and go, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I've not set my speed though. Oh, I've not rebound my radio. So
I guess that's the difference, though, isn't it? Because at nationals, it's such a high level of competition, and seconds can drop you 10 to 20 places easily in a round.
Yeah.
You can't afford to be doing that. It depends what you want to do, really. I also don't want to be spending a whole bunch of time there wrenching. I want to be enjoying spending time with the people that I only see 6 times a year or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's two sides to it, really. It's maximising the quality time for bands with your mates, and also doing as well as you can do.
Yeah.
That's mate. I'm even going to say that's pretty deep.
Well, a lot of people think I'm quite shallow, but there we go.
Well, you're not coming. You're coming off great here, mate. But yeah, maybe too much of a thinker. We're getting the real Dave Belsten. So if we can drag some sort of art, we are supposed to be an RC podcast.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I've sat with Dave for a day in the pits, and this is a damn tame version of Dave. This is a very well behaved Dave Belsten we've got right here, mate. You count your chickens, don't. Honestly,
I'm just mindful there'll be children listening.
Yeah, we have warned everybody, so don't worry.
Yeah, I think I swear more than anyone else on these things. So if I can drag some sort of RC tech tip, what is? Give me something, Dave, for our listeners. Give me some Dave magic.
Well, all right. I'll tell you what. What's the number one bit of prep you did that was what was your sticking point? With me, everybody knows it's my shock seals, and that's down to Stu Wood. What's the thing on a car that you go, no, that has got to be perfect? And I think everybody's got their thing.
Well, you're probably right, but I'm probably different to everyone else that you know. So I'll probably say that that question doesn't really apply to me, and Aidan's is probably a better question.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Yeah. I'm cutting that out.
But it's more about the mentality and your approach. It's something I shared with Martin, and I know you had him on a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
But it's the mentality and approach, and it's how I approach sort of nationals and stuff. And that is going at the first couple of rounds, especially it's more to do with the round by round qualifying that we all run now.
Yeah.
And going your first couple of runs, probably driving at about 80% to make sure you get a clean run and get 2 really good round scores, because most people are making errors in their first couple of rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you get 2 good round scores off the bat, you can afford to push on in the last 2 rounds.
Wow, that's ace.
Go clean.
Okay.
Well, on Friday when you put your Caldecott results up, on Saturday afternoon I'll put my first 2 rounds of Berry scores up.
Yeah, all right, we'll go for that. Bear in mind, I'm going to a club night, so I don't care. So I'm going
but that's the best tip we've had. I'm honestly thinking of getting rid of Gups and replacing him continuously with Dave Belsten.
To be honest. And I probably could answer week in, week out like that. No one's got such a love and craziness addiction to RC as Gups, and I think I'm sort of set so close behind. So I'm just trying to think of other bits we haven't covered.
Well, do you know what? What I was going to ask was, obviously, DC spoke to Paul Worsley at the Euros.
No, I heard this little nugget.
And I couldn't help but laugh, but he sort of said something along the lines of, "Oh, Paul, just out of interest, so somebody you know might be coming back into racing, and he said, "Oh, it'd be Dave Belsten. What do you think about that?" And I think Paul just kind of went, "So the Euros." So why didn't he go into detail, Dave?
I don't know. It's probably, a lot of people love me, but with that, a lot of people hate me as well. But I shoot from the hip. I say I call a spade a spade. And if you don't like it, jog on. I ain't going to follow it. Well, whether it makes no odds.
I think that is what the majority of people love you for, mate, to be honest.
Well, do you know what? Everyone knows where they stand in that respect, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
And that's how I live my life.
Mate, you're a star. You're a giant among men. But mainly, you do realise I'm saying all these nice things because I need you to be back racing in the southwest to stop that fella TQing around another round at Mendy.
Can you imagine if I TQ'd another one?
Yeah, and somebody who was over 13 was there as well.
Somebody other than Gav Knight having a bad day.
Yeah.
It won't happen, mate. It won't happen. I don't know. At the moment, I'm not made up whether I'm going to race in the southwest or whether I'm going to race in Wales, because I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I see. I think maybe that's my lack of knowledge of where actually Dave Belsten is located.
Well, I live in Bristol, which is in the southwest, but I've only lived here for the last 3 years, and I lived in Wales before that. So.
Right. Okay.
And
suppose it's the same sort of distance going to Mendiff then probably as it is to get into half of Wales.
Yeah. Well, Mendiff is half hour from my house.
Okay.
Caldecott is also half hour from my house.
How did you find then, if you've raced in Wales for quite a while before you raced in the southwest, how did you find the competition as far as the region in Wales compares to the southwest?
Southwest is definitely better. There's better drivers in the southwest. Well, I can only talk at my level, really.
Yeah.
At the risk of being too discriminatory. But yes, there's definitely more better drivers in the southwest.
Right.
It's closer at the sharper end.
Yeah.
Whereas, there might be 4 or 5 drivers that potentially can win a regional meet in the southwest, whereas over the last 10 years in Wales, there's probably been 2, 3.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I'm now struggling to think of Welsh clubs.
The Welsh clubs at the moment is Caldecott Cobra, which is Cardiff, Saundersfoot, which is in West Wales. They've got an excellent, massive outdoor old school grass track.
Okay.
Right.
And Swansea is still a club.
Isn't that an indoor venue though? That one.
Well, I've never been there in recent years since they've been at the current venue. They've got an indoor. Well, I don't know. They've got a 8 dirt track venue.
Right.
I think they also run 10th round, but again, I've not been there.
Right.
I probably won't ever go there, to be fair.
I thought I saw something earlier. It might have been earlier this year, tail end of last year, about some RC thing that was going on in Swansea. It was in a big hall, and I just, for the life of me at the moment, I can't recall where it was, but I'm sure that was the Swansea club. Hopefully, somebody from Swansea's listening to this, and they'll shout out where it is.
Target indoor tent venue, but they've got I think it's a Canterbury full-size motorsport circuit. They've got a dirt track where they've had 8 nationals.
Right.
But I'm not really in touch with that scene, so I don't know. And again, I've been away from it for too long, so I don't know whether. I know they used to run 10 cars round now, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I to be honest, I thought most of the Welsh boys ran in the Midwest or something. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I assumed most of the Welsh boys ran in the Midwest.
We used to years ago. Back in my first racing career, there used to be me. There used to be John Tucker. We used to go to all the Midwest Regional years ago. And, well, I don't know how long you've been racing for. I don't know if you know the names of like John Tucker and John Leonard.
I don't. No.
But they're both national winners and Euros A finalists. They were, you know, fully direct sponsored AE drivers and Yokomo drivers and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they were, you know, we used to go everywhere together. Well, certainly John Tucker and I did. We used to go to a lot of Midwest regionals and stuff like that.
Well, again, if you could just make sure you listen to the podcast and fancy just going to Mendip every so often just to knock Gups off the TQ, that'd be ace. So, cheers, Dave.
No worries, man.
I think that's what people have figured out. That's what the entire BBT podcast is now focused towards. Not just beating him. Just I don't want to beat him. I just don't want to hear about him TQ in meetings.
Well, it can probably go as far as humiliation. Would that be any good?
That'd be great because humiliation will come this weekend anyway. When he's turning up, telling everyone how he TQ'd a meeting.
Yeah.
You know, how he got in the A final at Mendip Hoople. You know, how he TQ'd a meeting at Mendip and then comes up against some people who can drive toy cars. And he's struggling to get in the B.
I think you all underestimate just how comfortable I am with being completely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So would I be better off delaying my comeback to the next Mendip meeting then? Is that what you're saying?
No, get a bit of practice in. As you said, your prep would generally be, you know, put a couple of packs through the car, get it ready, before you then next go to Mendip.
No.
But all the problem is that actually what will happen then, Dave, is you'll just spend a lot of time going, well, I was second behind Dave. You know, that's like a win.
Oh, it would be.
It would be like a win. I'd take that. I'd just tell people he wasn't there.
Yeah.
We don't count Dave, but I won.
Yeah, that's it.
I think behind me, it's always a win.
Well, what you said you had your first stint with RC, Dave. Where did that start? Where did you? Who got you into it?
It was my brother who got me into it. Oh my God, it's probably 41 yesterday, so it was probably roughly about 33 years ago.
Nice.
Okay.
That's how it started. And progressed. And again, racing in sort of Newport and Wales, club scene, and then racing in regional.
Do you know? Can you remember what you were driving back then?
My first ever car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
My first ever car was a Marui Galaxy.
What's that?
It was basically a two-wheel drive plastic tub chassis car with a external plastic roll cage, no body shell.
Okay.
And it's dog shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure like 10% of our listeners who like the old iconic stuff will be crying now.
Oh, the Maroon, do you know what? And I went through a period like a lot of RC people do of buying a ton of vintage cars. And I bought one of those as it does, it comes through the post. Well, I don't know whether it's me, but that came through the post. And I looked at it and I thought, that's nice. And put it straight in the loft, in the box. And it pretty much lasted 10 minutes in the loft.
Yeah.
But yes, you know, and I bought all of the cars that I've had over the years. I think from that I progressed to a Tamiya Super Sabre. That was my first new car.
Nice.
Right.
Which that was the sister car to the Boomerang.
Okay, yeah.
It was just red instead of yellow.
Right.
What did it after that? I think I had an Optimum Mid after that.
Yeah, they get quite good reviews from the vintage guys.
I actually bought my original Optimum Mid that I actually had from someone at Caldecott about 10 to 15 years ago, and I ran it. It still had my old body shell on it as well.
Winner.
Nice.
And I ran that at a vintage meeting at Caldecott, and obviously dominated with it.
Yeah.
And after that, I had a Cat XLF.
Yeah.
And after that, I think I went the Pro Cat, Boss Cat, and then I was on to Yokomos for years and years. I had the 91, the 92, the 93, the YZ10.
Yeah, I really just think it must have been so exciting in those days. Something must be different because all those cars were awful.
Oh, they were absolutely brilliant. I remember I did the Reedy race at Basildon before the Worlds in 1995.
Right.
With a Z10. And I broke a shock tower there at the Reedy race. And the shop didn't have one. That I told Zami. And he gave me a new rear shock tower to fit on it. And
No way.
Yeah.
No way, that's pretty cool. Where did you finish?
Yeah. Oh, gashbags. I was pissed the whole time.
Probably on tyre additive if it was Basildon.
Probably, yeah, probably. But no, it was, great memories. That was a long time ago, and that was all sort of before I could even drive a real car. So it's good memories.
Yeah, yeah, I bet it is. And then where did you go from there? Because the Reedy race is quite a prestigious one, really. When I suppose the 10th guys think of being invited to a race meeting or attending one, the Reedy ones are up there, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, I wasn't invited to it. I was raced in the open class. But yeah, I did that, and I was doing the whole national scene at the time as well. And I went on for a few more years. I must have been about 15, 16 probably then. Went on for a few more years, had a drive with Schumacher. I think I TQ'd the F345 when I was about 18. Finished second at that. Got
Who beat
really
you?
good drive. Ran that for a year. And then packed it in.
Okay.
Right.
Who was it that beat you at the Fs, 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s if you TQ'd?
3, 4s and 5s I TQ'd. I TQ'd that, finished second.
Yeah, who beat you?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember. So I can't
Well, Dave, we found out who beat you, and we've got them on the line now.
Really?
No. Well, it would be good if we did.
I still wouldn't care, mate.
No.
Exactly.
Anybody who thought we'd be that prepped for this show.
Yeah, I still couldn't give a thought. Well done him. Whoever it is. I don't really care.
He's probably still talking about it.
Probably. Yeah. It's probably a big song then.
So if you beat Dave Belsten, or who beat Dave Belsten when he should have won because he TQ'd the 345s, where was it, Dave?
It was in the West Midlands somewhere. I think it was on a grass track. I want to say Oswestry before they had, but I don't think it was Oswestry. Oh, I really can't remember. I'll say Oswestry before they had their permanent track.
Yeah, so if you knew who beat Dave, please let us know. Maybe you're the person. We can put you both together.
Where's
Where's will have those results. I don't think he listens, though.
He was skimming my motors that day. He really wanted me to win badly.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's definitely in the West Midlands somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
All you Brummy grass drivers, possibly Welsh, if it's Oswestry, let us know.
Start with an offensive remark, and then people will really want to help you out.
Yeah.
Probably will. Right.
Yeah. God. Well, look, mate. I don't want to hang you up all night long. I know you've probably got drinking to do. and before you get too heavily into another can, we lose control of the Dave Belsten show, I will let you have the rest of your evening, and mate, we'll get you back on, because it's been absolutely awesome chatting to you, mate. And as it always is, whenever I get to sit with you at a race meeting, and yeah, it always is an absolute pleasure. So do come back on.
Whenever, mate. You know me.
Let us know how you get on with Caldecott. Maybe we'll get you back on after a meeting or two.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
I want to see how much you prefer the B6 over the YZ2.
All right, no worries. I'll let you know, mate. I'll let you know via messenger.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Dave, it's been brilliant. Thanks very much. We'll love to get you back on. I'll hopefully see you next time we come to Mendy. Maybe we'll definitely see you next time. Yeah, if you ever come to Southport, we look forward to showing you that all the mines have gone.
Well, I'll probably go back. I vowed never to go back after the last landmine episode, but if they've gone, I'll definitely go back. That used to be one of my favourite tracks. In fact, I remember it was actually, I think it was in the regional rep meeting after that meeting, where the only thing was discussed was, have you got rid of those things yet? Yeah.
But no, Dave, it's been brilliant. Thanks very much, mate. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll catch you up on Friday when you get your Caldecott results.
No worries, mate.
Cheers,
Take care,
mate.
mate. See you soon.
All right. Cheers, Dave.
Bye, mate. Bye.
Bye, mate. Ciao.
Well, that was great.
It's awesome.
That was awesome. We can never have Dave Belsten on again.
Why is that?
Well, because people are definitely going to prefer him to me and you.
I don't think there's any real question of that, mate. I don't think there's ever going to be a question of that being the case. Dave's he is a character in himself, and like you said, I don't think there is anybody else like Dave. I really don't. He's a one-off and an absolute legend on the racetrack as far as his speed and abilities with the car goes. But I'll still whip his ass when he comes back to mend it.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so who's next then? Who else have we got coming on tonight?
Well, anyone who's going to attempt to come on, you've got Dave Belsten on so well with your button pressing. I'm now under a bit of pressure.
You are under quite a lot of pressure at the moment, mate.
Yeah, and I've already once pressed the wrong button.
I've got to say, I don't think expectations are too high, though.
Okay, that's good. There he is. Okay, so hopefully what will happen is somebody else will start talking. And it's...
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Hi, mate.
You're right.
Yeah, good, man, good. Just in case anybody didn't hear, because Aidan cut out for me then, we've got Joel Mayer on the line.
How's Italy, Joel?
Yeah, it's great. Weather's alright. There's a bit of thunderstorms today, but yeah, it's been great.
When did they roll in?
Track's difficult. Sorry?
When did the storms start rolling in?
After all the qualifying, just before the finals. So it was quite tricky for the finals.
Right, okay. I thought a bit of rain would have made that track a bit, just calmed it down a bit, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked like it did for A1. But obviously that's just, they made it look easy for everyone else.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't struggle at all. And then when the rest of us mortals come around, there's just no grip whatsoever.
Yeah, you had a bit of I'll say this, just in case anyone doesn't know, Joel's at the Euros, he's in Italy, we're talking to him because he's got the best internet signal, but go and talk about your final, it was kind of a bit of a Northwest reunion, wasn't it?
No, I wasn't in the final, no.
Oh, weren't you? I thought you were in that one.
No. I was in the one above that.
Oh, right, you bastard. Well done.
Oh, and I let him know that as well. Yeah. I was in that final until the last round, and I got a half decent run in.
Who was in the final with you?
Sorry?
Who was in the final with you?
One of the Callans.
Yeah.
It was just me and them, and me and him. And we were the only Brits.
Oh, okay. In fact, if you watch the feed, which I'm sure you will do, if you have the comments up, I think, not going to upset all the Europeans then, but there was like a couple of good French guys, wasn't there, I think, in your heat?
Yeah.
And they were really getting talked up, and I was going, Joel's in this, you're told there, and I'm like, follow Joel, and I even said, like, it's like a red, white and black X-ray. And DC was nattering about something else, and then whoever the other fellow was there was going, we're following Joel now, mate. But that was good. It was really good to watch.
Yeah, well, the track's fun to drive on.
Oh, it looks wicked
to what we used to, but yeah.
How are the jumps? Are they as big as they look on YouTube? Is it
bigger?
Are they
bigger? Yeah. It feels like the car is in the air half the time. Like 36, 35 second laps, and the car's in the air for like 17, 18 seconds of that time. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start doing some nitro, to keep up.
Get used to those. It looks super flat and smooth.
It is, it's not bumpy, jumps. It's just jumpy. Yeah. But it is fun to drive on now.
Yeah,
but Britain at Southport has prepared you really well for that.
I don't know about that.
Is there a thought that maybe some of our guys have struggled a bit more than they thought they would because of the track? Because of just the surface?
Yeah, but definitely, because all the Brits have struggled, obviously except Lee and Neil. Yeah. But I think after them two, I think the highest place was probably Kevin Paul, and they were only in the final above me, I think.
Yeah.
So I think everyone struggled. But I think tomorrow should be a bit easier. We'll all do better in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, they've been saying on the commentary that it's going to be the one to watch. I think it's I know Craig Drescher was saying that for him the two-wheel drive is the class of choice because there's just a bit more. A bit more sort of finesse driving them around the track.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But the four-wheel drives, I think, on that track are going to be monstrous.
Yeah. It will. It'll be good fun. We've all been staying in the pits anyway. This is just practice for four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think it'll just be... And I don't run four-wheel drive, but it's just going to be just easier because there doesn't seem to be a long run-up to some of those jumps, and the four-wheel drives will just cut... Yeah. To make it easier for us guys to get over.
Well, some of the jumps, especially on the back section, they throw your car up, so your car, the nose dives up first, so you have to brake to bring the nose down.
Right.
But at times, there's nothing you can do, and your car is just flying in the air, and you can't control it. But I feel like in four-wheel drive, it's just going to be a lot easier to control it.
Yeah. And the ski jump seems to be one that is a bit of a make or break one, really. I thought Orlowski was going to go and take Lee over the jump, just pull something awesome off over the top of the ski jump. But it seems to be something that's really tripping everybody up.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, that ski jump. I think if you take it in the half that's closer towards Rostrum, it's okay, but if you take it further away, again, your nose just goes upwards, and you're doing backflips in the air.
Right.
So you've definitely got to be closer towards Rostrum, otherwise you're just not going to get it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what motor? Someone was talking about what motors people are running. What are you running there in your two-wheel drive?
Well, normally on Astro, I'll run a 6.5, but I've just ran a 7.5 in all week.
Right.
Boost and turbo? People run an 8.5 as well. No turbo, no boost.
Wow.
And then punch is minimal. Ball diff. We are running lay down, but on the wet car.
Yeah.
If you get me? So, all medium plastics, high flex, but lay down.
Yeah, just to make sure people that you run an X-Ray XB2 two-wheel drive.
Yeah. So I did try in practice. I did try the dirt car.
Right.
I had the new narrow hangers. X-Ray just brought out the brass hangers, and
I bet they were pennies. I bet they gave them away.
I don't know about that.
I think according to some people, the manufacturers are giving everything away at the moment.
So you did try the D or the dirt car in practice?
I tried it in practice and it was good, but I was getting a bit of a pendulum effect, and every now and then the rear was collapsing. And I know everyone was trying the lay down, so I thought I'll put my lay down gearbox onto the wet car.
Right.
So I had all the medium plastics, the new high flex aluminium chassis from X-Ray. I tried that, and it was a bit harder to drive, but I got a lot more corner speed.
Okay.
It was so much faster, so I just stayed with that.
Yeah, because you think, were your runs today better than the runs the day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
You seem to improve. Got some good half decent scores in.
I guess that all from what I've seen anyway, when DC's done pit walks and stuff like that, it seems like everybody there is just looking at the car and going, "What have I got to do? What have I got to do to make this thing go around the track properly?" And it's I don't know what's the atmosphere in the pits like with regards to not just the meeting, because the meeting looks awesome, but with regards to sort of the racing and how things are going on the track. Is everybody struggling out there? Is there a lot of sort of quiet time going on in the pits because everybody's sort of working on things, or is it just as fun as it looks on the show?
I wouldn't say we're struggling. I mean, we're not struggling for ideas. We're having fun. It's a good track compared to last year, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, last year we were looking at the car and thinking, what can we do here? Because it was a hard track last year. It was really bumpy,
right,
as well as really jumpy. But this year it's really fun. And for me, anyway, me and Paul running X-Ray, we've got a lot of help. So we need to improve the car, we can just go and ask Martin Bayer or anyone.
So
are you X-Ray guys
with the UK boys?
Yeah, we're with the UK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so we actually know, because of one of DC's pit works, I kind of know where you are in the pits, right. And then the X-Rays are kind of around the other corner, aren't they?
Well, yeah, we're all under the rostrum, the UK, and then I think Austria, and maybe Italy are under there as well. Because we've got the biggest team in the UK anyway, and then the rest are like on the field next to us.
Yeah.
But the X-Ray guys are all sticking together over there.
Yeah, we have seen him. He was talking to Benton, Marlin, and he spoke to Martin and Martin, really, I think. Or Uraj, or whatever his name is, and Martin. I think he seemed like a nice fella. I've never met the fella, but he gave DC some time, Martin Bayer.
He's gave us some help. So's Kai Novotny as well. The Czech Republic fella.
Oh, right, yeah. You're another one of those names we can't get our heads around.
Yeah, I've just butchered his name there, but I think, but yeah.
do you just call everyone mate?
Yeah, I just go, yeah, mate, what about you?
My car's doing this. Car's doing that. A lot of hands.
Gives a go with your car.
Yeah, that's fine, because I know you do you go to Robin Hood Euros?
Yeah. So I've done. This is my third Euros now, I think. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How does it compare to the Robin Hood one? Are you out of the three? What was the one you'd want to go back to?
I don't know, because Robin Hood, that was my first ever time on dirt or clay, whatever. Whatever that was. So as the years go by, I feel like I get better and better on the surface. So I'm preferring this.
Okay.
Out of the 3.
But you'd like it to go back to Robin Hood because you think you'd be better there now?
Just to see what it'd be like now. But I feel like this track's more fun.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward
is that just because of the jumps?
Anyway. I don't know. Yeah, possibly. But I'm not. I don't know. The jumps don't really suit me because I'm not used to them.
Don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, Joel?
When you come,
a few triple sections of Southport, haven't
Joel,
we?
do you know what? When you come back to Southport next time, mate, and you see the ski jumps that these guys have now put in.
Here's a point, Gups. Listen to Joel's response to this. How Joel knows they're there. Joel's the only one who's driven a car over them.
Okay.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I was there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before I left for the Euros.
See, there's dedication. The only person who's gone over those is Joel.
Yeah, because my thinking was when I'm at the Euros, the track's going to be open for the whole week.
Okay, right.
But when I get back, the track will be closed, so I can't go then.
Yeah.
So I'll have to go before I go and get as much as I can in. Because I thought everybody would be there now. But obviously because of the open.
Yeah, and also you told me that. You said, it's not fair, Aidan. I've got to go to the Euros. Everyone can come and practice. Yeah. So we just closed the track for you.
Yes. Thank you.
That's it.
They booked in a small golf tournament.
Yeah.
To close off a few roads.
Yeah, we've really bigged up this golf competition that's going on next to our toy car track. I drove past Birkdale today. It is just full of armed police cars in basically tanks.
Have they painted the roundhouse like a Coke can again?
No, they haven't. I'm sure that's an urban myth. So you've really enjoyed it. Who else? Is there anyone else in the UK team that we possibly, maybe because DC doesn't know them, that we haven't spoken to? Is there anyone new you've met there and you thought, they're all right?
Well, I don't know who DC's been speaking to be honest.
But basically Martin Owen and Joseph Cockle. Other than that, nobody else. It's like a PR fucking loving.
Well, PR.
Yeah, and Serpent. Yeah, they are.
I think Serpent have only got 2 drivers here.
Well, it looks like they've got all of them.
That must have been the 2 that turned up to Opal.
Yeah. So hang on. So do we know of 3 Serpent drivers now? Does that? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
You can't pronounce the second one's name, no.
Yeah. We want a picture. Get the 2 Serpent drivers together, and then that'll certainly smash the internet wide open.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Neumann's not a hard name to say. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Okay, well, what we'll say is we hope everything's okay with Yorn, and it's a racing issue and not anything else.
I think it's more personal, isn't it?
I don't know, but
right,
let's hope everyone's okay.
I think,
I'm sure he's fine.
Great.
Yeah, I know he's a big fan. Yorn.
Yeah.
Literally, I've spoken to quite a few of the drivers, the European ones. I've literally just got a list and go, him. I don't think Yorn replied. I don't think he replied. I should have gone through what you call it. Felix. Felix is a big Yorn Neumann fan, isn't
he? Yeah.
Well, I was actually happy that we chatted to Martin Bayer because now I know he speaks English.
Yeah, well, I think all of the XA guys speak English because that's how they communicate with each other.
Oh, is it? Well, that's great. So, So you've got to tell them about the podcast, and then we'll get Bayer on, and
we'll get the whole squad on.
Just get them all on in one go. That might be a bit too much for us to handle. Is Charlie there?
No, he's in bed. He's passed out.
Oh no, yes, no, sorry, but is he at the yours?
Normally, he's here. Yeah, he's here. Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say for everyone else, that's Joel's dad who's In fact, he only turns up to the big meetings now, doesn't he?
Oh no, yeah, he's getting a bit lazy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not really doing much.
No, and even when he's there, he's not doing much either.
Isn't he? Does he not help at all?
It tells me not what to do. What not to do, sorry.
All right. Are you
doesn't
saying,
really help.
Yeah. Are you saying this because you know that Charlie will never hear a podcast?
Oh yeah, he doesn't even know what a podcast is.
That's it. So we can say whatever we like about the fella.
As long as you don't bring this up next week, Southport National.
Yeah, I'll play him these sections. We will sort that out. No, that's 8. That's brilliant. So, are you all prepped for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. It's do you know the format for tomorrow? Is there practice in the morning or?
It's all practice tomorrow. We've got 7 rounds practice. Right,
okay. So that's a bit of racing you're getting in.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of track time. Yeah.
So 7 rounds of practice tomorrow. Are we generally happier with our 4-wheel drive setup that we're going with?
I think my car works anyway, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think I've said this a few times. It does seem to be the best 4-wheel drive car out.
Yeah, I think easily. To be honest, everyone's copying it. Nobody's getting close.
Well, no. What I'm going to turn around and say, you copied the Yokomo B-Max 4.3. That was better first.
Yeah, that was a good car, to be fair. But now Yokomo are copying the XP4, which we'll see tomorrow, I think. I think you'll see that tomorrow.
I don't know about that. All I'm going to say is I don't think we'll see any off-body shots of Lee's car this weekend.
Right, well, I think he ran a drive shaft prototype of Belsten, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think he had a couple of prototypes, and I think he'll be running one tomorrow.
All I know is I don't think we'll see any off-body shots of Lee's car.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah,
I think anybody that can get an off-body shot of Lee's car and post it on the Big Blue Tent page immediately becomes admin.
Yeah, immediately gets whatever they want.
Yeah,
and you'd have to send it to Guppy because he'd post it anyway. Whereas you can't send it to me because I just go, oh, Lee might get upset.
No, I'll post it. Send it to me.
Yeah, send it to Guppy. So an off-body shot of Lee's whatever. We'll probably take it off, and we'll probably have orange alloy and look just be an X-ray.
Yeah,
it'll be coming to Joel for hints and tips. So hopefully 4-wheel drive now. Practice tomorrow. Qualifying Friday. Finals Saturday. Then do you fly home?
I think we fly home Sunday. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So we've got seven rounds of practice tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Then we've got controlled practice on Friday. 2 rounds of them. Mm-hmm. 3 qualifying. Yeah. And I think we've got 2 on the Saturday, and then finals.
Okay. Well, you'll have a great time. Okay, hang on. We always say this. You're gonna have to give us some sort of setup, tip, or help. Hang on. You race at Southport, you race at Bury. Clearly, you do. So, what changes should I be doing to my? I know it's a yoke, but they're basically all the same car. What changes do you do when you go from Southport to Bury?
Well, what I've noticed when I go to Bury on my Southport setup, I lack steering, which is really I can't understand why. So I'd go a bit softer on the front, springs and oils, maybe shock positions if you need it. Do you run roll bars?
No.
All right.
I don't believe in them. They're witchcraft.
What about diff oils?
Yeah, I've got a yoke. We just put 3,000 in all the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd stick with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just lights on front. I always struggle a bit of steering. Okay. So maybe a bit stiffer on the rear if you need it. But,
I think I can. Oh well, I could what do you call it, couldn't I? If I need more steering, which way do I take my shim off? Gups, you're gonna have to ask the question.
Add a shim.
Yeah, we'll add a shim at the back.
I'm not telling him. He's competition for the weekend. You find out yourself.
Yeah. So you could have filled in while I figured out whether I take one off or put one back in.
No, I'll let you stumble. You'll have forgotten that by the weekend anyway.
No. All right. Yeah. What I've done. We're on darts. Have you run on darts at all? Have you run in the wet?
Yeah. The darts are really good, Barry.
Silver dart in the wet?
I can't remember now. It was a while ago.
Good tip.
I think so, yeah.
yeah. Schumacher Blues.
Would ballistics be a safer bet in the wet at Barry than darts?
No, I'd say, well, they'd be safer, but I think dart are faster.
Okay.
Silver dart is faster, yeah.
Right, well, I'll do that then. I have actually done my prep for Barry, and I have gone lighter on the oil in the front. I think I put a softer spring on the front as well.
What spring are you on at the minute?
I've no idea. I've got 3 springs for the front. I get confused whether it's pink or orange. Okay.
Same thing, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. So I've got a harder one. I've got the one I've got on now, and I've got a harder one and a softer one.
I'd go with the softer one.
Go with the softer one. Okay, I put softer one.
Yeah. What about ties as well? Do you normally run stagger ribs at Southport?
Yeah, I don't run cuts at Southport, but at Bury, I'll probably put a set of cuts on.
Yeah, I'd definitely try cuts at Bury.
Silver cuts in the wet?
Sorry?
Silver cuts in the wet?
No. Ballistics. I prefer ballistics in the wet.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I can get it in the wet. I can't drive it on ballistics. Well, I can't drive it at Southport in ballistics.
Sorry,
on the
ballistic
front.
staggers though, not spikes.
Yeah.
I prefer. I feel like silver cuts just give you a bit too much. Sometimes to take away from the rear.
Yeah. Flicks it round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're really happy with your X-ray at the moment. Clearly, you're doing really well.
It, yeah. I'm spending a lot less money on spares. Put it that way.
Is that because you can't afford them?
Or
I'm not breaking any.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the build quality, it's just so much. It's great. It compares to second to none, really.
And what's the team like? You've talked about how good the Hoodie boys and the X-ray boys are at the Euros. What's it like back in the UK? Good group.
Well, last season I was with Team C.
Yeah.
And I think that was by far the best team,
right.
Atmosphere-wise. And obviously, I don't think the X-ray teams atmosphere-wise isn't as great, but I think it's getting there. We've got a good team in the UK.
Did you do a lot of prep together? I hear stories, people that the X-ray boys will sort out a day to go to Robin Hood, or the X-ray boys will sort out a day to go somewhere else. Kind of thing they do.
Yeah, well, we've done a few test days before the nationals. I've only been to one at Telford,
right?
But I've noticed a lot of us, we all run different setups.
No, but I think that's a good thing if a team's sitting around going.
It's a good thing because we all drive differently.
Yeah, but you can just turn around and go, why don't we all just turn? We're not always going to just get the same setup and run it, but if a team's sitting there and going, I know, next Tuesday or whatever day you tend to do this on a Saturday or whatever, we're all going here. Why don't we all go here on that day?
Yeah.
And the Team C was a good group. They've all gone different ways as well, haven't they?
Mm.
Yeah. There's not much left of them now.
No,
it's a shame, I think.
Yeah, but I think, yeah.
So are you the naughty boy of the X-ray group then?
Define naughty boy. What do you mean by that?
Are you the one causing trouble, not on the racetrack? Are you the one keeping them up at night saying, "Let's go drink beer"? And those guys all want to go home.
We're not talking about on the track, because we know all X-ray drivers cheat and are terrible on the track anyway. So, off the track, are you the bad one of the group?
I don't know about that. Maybe, yeah. I don't think a lot of them are big drinkers, so maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they go, oh God, it's Joel here. It's Joel. Oh, Oh no, Crompton's here! Yay! Oh, he brought Joel with him. Oh no,
He'd be in bed by now, Crompton.
really? No,
Definitely, yeah.
I thought this would be the party night. Really?
He did
Well,
well today as well.
It is for us, but he's a baby.
Well, I'm saying you're talking to us. That's not great. Unless you go, okay, boys, thanks very much. I'm off to the bar now. Which, of course, you wouldn't do that as a responsible X-ray driver. But that's ace. That's really good. Right. Well, I'm probably going to run out of battery in a bit. So, thanks for your time, mate. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been really good to hear from you. Thanks, mate. It's been really good to catch up with you and get a bit of an inside view on it over there.
Yeah, great. Well, yeah, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I've listened to everyone now, I think.
Oh, nice one, man. Thanks very much.
Yeah, keep it up. I'm enjoying it.
Nice. We'll try, mate. We'll definitely. Well, we'll still do it. We don't care whether anyone listens, to be honest.
Yeah, we listen to it.
Yeah. We are. I said the other week, there's over 100 people a day are listening to it, which is a stand up. But 63 of them are me and Gups.
I'm phoning Aidan on a Saturday, and I'm phoning Aidan on a Saturday and going, "Hey, do you hear what they said in the Big Blue Tent podcast this week?" That Guppy, he's a right idiot. He is.
Yeah. What an associated fanboy he is.
Yeah. I've heard that before, yeah.
The problem is, he thinks that's the greatest thing about him. Oh no, Joe, thanks for your time, mate.
Okay, thanks for having me on, yeah.
Good luck
Pleasure.
for the next few days. Good luck. We'll catch up with you at Southport. And then what's the national after Southport?
Staffold.
Oh, okay. No one really cares about Staffold. Sorry to the Sharp family. I'm sure we do. So thanks very much, mate. Speak to you soon.
Okay,
take care, bud. Best of luck to everybody.
See you, bye.
Oh, I've cut him off early again. Sorry, Joe.
It was great to have him on, though.
Yeah, it's really good. Nice because we made a good effort to get in contact with us from Italy. Joe is at the Euros now, and I'm sure he will be going straight to bed after rebuilding all 3 of his diffs.
Yes. If he wasn't doing that whilst he was on the phone, and we've just put him off, and he's just put in his oils the wrong way round, or his car's going to pull in opposite directions when he.
Yeah, we've all put our diffs in the wrong way around with a 4-wheel drive. That's good. That's really nice to hear. He's they're sitting in the UK boys, but he's going over, and the X-ray boys are helping him out.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on Joel in the 4-wheel drive. He's got an XP417, and it's a white, red, and black one.
Yeah, keep your eye out for him.
And then when he's on, keep an eye out for Charlie walking around the track, trying to look important.
Well, mate, the guests we've had on tonight have been absolutely awesome. Thank you very much to Dave Belsten on his return back into the RC world. Nice to get a bit of background on Dave and catch up with him and his thoughts on it. He's always had that same view since the moment I met Dave. He's always had that, I just don't care, and I think that's half the reason he does as well as he does, because he just doesn't care.
Okay, well, I tell you how much of a hero he is. That I sent him a message I do when people come on and go, thanks very much, right?
Yeah.
And then he sent me a YouTube link to him doing backflips at the Euros. Next time we can talk about my Euros backflip video. So that's what we're getting Dave Belsten on next.
Okay.
To sort that out. And Joel came on from the he's at the Euros now. Brilliant,
Yeah, live coverage from the Euros. Awesome. Well, not live. But
Charlie was asleep. Remember that. And there was other guys. Martin Owen was happy to come on because we were going to get DC on, who for me has been, other than Lee, been the star of the show, and how I've really enjoyed it. But he's having internet issues. Other people were just trying to kind of contact me, couldn't really connect their calls. So it was great for Joel to come on and have his great time with his X-ray.
Yeah. Thanks, Joel. It's been it was really, really good, and some nice stuff to hear that's going on over there, and it's nice to hear that the X-Ray team are doing all right as well. You know, I've not really seen much of the XP2, but from what I've heard of it, everybody that I've spoken to about it has said it goes together really well. It's a nice kit to build. It's one of the best ones they've ever put together. Everything just slots in, and it is obviously a quality bit of kit. It's one of those.
Do you know if you get an X-Ray kit, do you know, like the little bags with the screws in?
Yeah.
It comes with a piece of paper telling you who packed those screws.
Nice.
So you're sitting there going, oh, Svetlana. Oh, my God, Svetlana. Oh, dear, she's missed me out a screw. Oh, no, I won't complain, you know.
Now I've got a name.
Now I've got a name.
Maybe that's why they do it. There's actually no one there called Svetlana. But
that's probably true, mate.
That being said, clearly it's no match for a B6 on Astro.
Right.
You know, that's all I can say about that, really.
Okay.
Yeah, so really good to have you guys on. Sorry to anybody that we couldn't get on or get in touch with tonight. Not a lot we can do about dodgy signals in Italy. The
signal coming from Italy, I think was better than the signal comes from Bristol.
Yeah. Where does Dave live? Where in Bristol does Dave live?
Does he live up a hill?
Or under a hill, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He lives quite close to the Welsh border, so it could be something to do with that.
Yeah. Probably best.
But no, I think we you know, as well as singing the praises of the meeting and everything that's going on over there, which you know you should do. Obviously, an awful lot of effort has gone into that place and the track and everything that's gone on. So well done to everyone over there.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the British team are concerned, I think we've got to say a big well done to Martin Owen for doing the job he's done. Apparently, he gave a good pep talk the other morning.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
So DC said.
Okay.
Seems to be keeping the team in high spirits and together, and everybody having a laugh. So well done to Martin. Certainly not a responsibility I would relish too quickly. I think taking responsibility for the British team, knowing what half of us are like, especially with, you know, a batch of X-ray drivers there as well.
Oh my word!
Oh,
well, so I was going to say it would be just like the Holland team of 1974, but maybe you certainly have no idea what that means. And probably about 4 people who listen to this podcast.
No, I laughed out of just, you know, reaction, I think.
You know, I think we should make a certain effort to go to Northern France next year on the proviso that you can be the team captain.
Yeah, I can see that go down well.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I think it'd be great. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'd have plenty of time to get myself in the right mind frame for it, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got to do the nationals first, though, mate.
Yeah, I think what you should do is take some tips from our Big Blue Tent prep. You know, everyone in our caravans or hotel rooms woken up by R. Kelly, "I'm the Greatest," being played very loud. That's how I like to inspire the team. Nice.
Well, in our caravan this year at Mendip, what we had was just serene quietness and Rob Hancock snoring.
Oh, okay.
From the room next door.
Okay, that sounds good. So Oopel. So this is what we're doing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're Oopel at Bury. I must admit, I've not seen any pictures, but I'm sure the track will look ace. They were working on it last weekend. The forecast is for a bit of rain, though.
Bit of rain.
Yeah, a bit of rain. I'm still saying a bit of rain. I'm saying a few showers.
Yeah, I suppose you are from the north, so you know
yeah.
that is to you going to look like a bit of rain. To me, and I know Mark Hancock, we are packing winter coats. You know, 2 brollies, wellies, and more pairs of dry socks than you could shake a stick at.
Yeah. But the track will be great, even if there is rain. Bury's the best track to drive at in the wet.
Do you know what? It's Astro, isn't it? That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's you've got the ability to drive it, and the surface isn't going to fall apart. Your car's going to get wet, but it's not going to get covered in hordes of, mud and crap plastering every bit of it. It's a perfectly drivable surface in the wet if you can control like Dave said, if you can control your left thumb.
Yeah, we said that. I had to figure out which one was that. That one. Yeah, trigger. I get it.
Yeah, your throttle.
We'll keep on it. So we're all sorted. We're all kind of prepped, I think.
I certainly pretty much. I think I am done, mate. I think the car's...
Have you built a ball diff?
Well, Rob Hancock, I hope you're listening to this, and you took my bull diff to rebuild it for me.
Right.
At the last round of the Tiverton Championships, and I haven't seen Rob since. The next time I'm going to see him is at Bury. So what I'm hoping is when I get there, Rob is going to hand me a freshly built and broken in bull diff that I can stick in the car.
Okay. Perfect. I'm now going to message him on Facebook and say, just deny everything, and go, no, you didn't.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure he won't.
Because I think if it is damp, results are based on how well you can build a diff. Oh, on results, Eric has made predictions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, go on. Let's have these.
No, it gets better. Eric's made predictions. Now, it is only of the sort of I'm going to say the guys who actually sit with us, right? Tommy, Tipsy, Garner, you, me, Borley, Gaz. I don't even know if he's done Rawcliffe.
Okay, well then, I think if you're going to try and explain this so people can understand it, you need to almost explain the abilities or the places of the drivers in the team in the previous competitions. Now, there's been 2 winners of it so far.
Yeah.
Which have been Gary Ennis and Stephen Ball.
Yes.
And last year, Bawley won 2. That's who Stephen Ball. That's who we call Bawley. He won 2. I won 2. But on countback, he had a better 3rd round score than I did. So he got the trophy last year. This year, I think he's won it again.
Yeah. Won the first 2.
Won the first 2. I couldn't do Broxtowe. Which is a shame because it kind of put me out of the running for it this year as well. I took Mendip, and now Bury is the final round this year. Now, behind what seems to be a bit of domination by me and Stephen Ball with our B6s for the last couple of years, or B5Ms, you've generally got. You would be there if Bawley wasn't there or I wasn't there. You'd be there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw it either way at Southport. I think on a club meeting between you and Bawley, but I think when it comes to Oople, I think he goes a step further than you do. I don't know. I think he finds something else for Oople that puts him just in front.
And Eric has done predictions, and I can't tell you those predictions because Eric's put them in a sealed envelope. Because Eric is the greatest man that's ever lived. Because he's put them in a sealed envelope, and now he's doing, because he's noticed it might be wet, a few showers, he's doing new predictions for the wet as well.
Now, is he taking into account that through the winter when you lot go indoors, we continue to race outdoors all year at Mendip on the Astra?
Well, it's Eric. He probably is, yeah.
Okay.
But that's we got Oople. We got the competition coming up. We are probably going to have to wrap this up pretty soon now, though, because at some point I'm just going to disappear with a flat battery.
Okay, mate. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
I think we've been on more than long enough anyway. So, what I will say this evening is, what I'm going to do at the end of the show, I'm not going to play us out with our normal music.
That's okay.
I'm going to play us out with a tune that has been sent in to us by a listener. And
oh, yeah.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that tune through to the end, so it's going to be the whole tune. I'm not just going to cut it short like I do with our end theme music. I'm going to play it through, and if anybody can message us on the Big Blue Tent page about who they think this is playing the tune, then you will get a double thumbs up and a cup and a flag sign from me on your posts if you put it on the page.
Okay.
How's that?
Can I enter?
For a competition? Yeah, of course you can. You can enter.
Yeah. Don't I know the fella?
Yeah, you do. I mean, clearly you'll ruin it for everybody else if you do enter, but I'm not going to stop you entering. You're your own person.
Good. That's good. All right, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, mate. All right, so here it is then. I'm going to play us out with this one. Have a good evening, everybody, or day, or whatever you're doing right now, and we'll catch up with everybody next week.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for your time. Bye now.
Bye, mate.